After a glorious victory for the Lord of Skulls, the Bloodborne host continues their brutal, blood-soaked march. All the while, as they seek respite within the shattered ruins of a derelict Arctic citadel, the deadly Rime Stalkers plan their revenge. As their refuge is discovered, a frenzied battle erupts in the frozen wastes here on Mountainside Tabletop.
What's up, y'all? We're back again for round 2 of our Frozen Wastes Warcry campaign. In the last battle, Vic's Khorne warband secured the treasure and came away with the win. If you've already seen the first episode of this campaign, you've already been introduced to my full roster, so I won't be doing that again. And if you haven't seen the first episode, go watch that first. So the link's in the description, and also it should be in the top corner of this video. So if you're watching this, you haven't seen episode 1, go watch episode 1 first. Alright, so first off, we're going to go through the aftermath of what happened after the last battle. So first off, I gained 4 glory, 3 for playing in a campaign battle, and 1 for taking out at least half of my opponent's team. Then, the 3 fighters of mine that were taken down in the battle have to take injury rolls. I roll for the Gribbler, and it's just a flesh wound. I roll for Teg, and it's just a flesh wound. And I roll for Tilwith, and it's just a flesh wound. Are we putting Monty Python here?
Yeah. Just a flesh wound.
Alright, next up is the Renown phase, so I'm going to mark the Gribbler for greatness, and he gains 1 level. Then I roll for everybody else, and the only other fighter that gains a level of Renown is Falindlebid. Next up I deal with my quest. I got 3 kills in that battle, so I gain 3 more glory, so I'm up to 7 now. Last up for me, I'm going to send forward Odinir and have him explore the Frozen Wastes. Luckily, he does come back with something. I find an ice grub, otherwise known as an Ixie grub, but we're in the Frozen Wastes, not the Heart of Gur. Even though Odinir found it, he's going to pass that along to the Gribbler, so the Gribbler is going to be holding on to it during the next battle.
Hey folks, Vic here, off of a wonderful Warcry victory in the last video. Feeling pretty happy with this team so far. I'm looking forward to adding a few more pieces and killing a few more trees. Alright, well in the aftermath of the last battle, I got 6 glory, 3 for playing, 2 for winning, and 1 for taking down a bunch of Brad's plebs. In step 2, I rolled for all my injuries, and luckily Poma, Negev, and Dahar all escaped with naught but a flesh wound. In step 3, Martok was the only fighter to earn renown, and he was the one marked for greatness. Everyone else failed the roll. As far as my quest, I've got 3 of the 8 kills I need. Hopefully I can tidy that up in this next round and get on to the end of it. In step 5, I sent Moog forth to explore the Frozen Wastes. He came back with a Carnosaur Fang Elixir, which he gave to Martok, which will give him lethal 5-up on an activation in the next game. Now to spend all that glory that I got. Since the quest I'm on comes with an encampment at the end, I decided I'm just going to spend all my glory on a bunch of new units to give myself some versatility in list building. So, I've added Majdok and Yapwa, which are 2 Blood Reavers, and I've added 1 Wrathmonger, Gopdaj, who will hopefully do some damage with his ridiculous 2-inch range and pretty crazy quad ability. So my list for this battle is going to be the 3 new units, Martok, Moog, only 1 of the Blood Warriors, Poma, and of course the leader, Bloodborne.
Alright, to get going here, we roll off and Vic wins, so he decides to be the attacker. Next we split up our teams into Hammer, Dagger, Shield, and move on to the battle plan. First things first, we lay out the terrain, and again for this battle, we're off book. We're using a bunch of the snowy rocks again from the last game, but we've also got some new 3D printed wall pieces. These smaller rocks are all going to be considered as low, and obviously the archway is an archway. Next up, we draw a deployment card, and this time we've picked the Duel. This roll-off goes my way, and then we set up our fighters. I decided to be the red side here just because I feel like it's a little more well-defended, and I maybe have easier access to the upper platforms on the ruins.
Today's victory condition is no mercy. This means, as the attacker, I'll win the battle as soon as half of Brad's units are taken down. Otherwise, the battle ends after 4 rounds, and Brad will be the winner. If any of the defender's units are within 4 inches of a board edge at the end of any battle round, they count as taken down.
But they won't have to make injury rolls.
Perfect for cowards. The twist we drew is Eager for the Fight. This is a simple one, it just adds an inch to everyone's move characteristic, but I think this is going to be awesome for this layout and this victory condition. It's really going to make just a bloodbath in the middle.
Speaking of bloodbaths, let's just get to it.
Let's bathe.
All right, battle round number 1, and we roll our dice. I roll a 1, 2 3s, 2 5s, and a 6, and Vic rolls a 1, a 2, 2 3s, and 2 4s. We have to roll off for initiative because we both have the same number of singles, and Vic wins. Vic chooses to bank his 1 wild die, and I bank both of mine. I have an extra because my leader's heroic trait is resourceful. And now we move on to the game.
All right, with the first activation, Yop Wah is going to move up 10 inches and hang out by this archway.
All right, I'm chilling over here, so Tilwith is just going to barely nudge up just a tiny bit.
All right, next, my other new Blood Reaver is going to move up and join his friend over by the arch.
Next up, Felindlebid is going to move up and just block the path on the bridge, so hopefully Vic's guys can't get to the rest of my team.
All right, Po Ma is going to go and join up the little pleb parade here over by the arch.
Next up, I'm going to activate my leader, Huntmaster Arglewood. I'm going to use my double 3s for rush, and then climb up on this rock. Then I'm going to shoot at Po Ma, and I deal 7 wounds. Nice. Po Ma's down to 8.
All right, now Martok is going to activate and use my double 3s for rush and make a pretty ridiculous 16-inch move up and over the structure and start staring down the trees.
What, is that legal?
Yeah.
That's legal.
That's legal.
My lord, is that legal?
I will make it legal.
All right, next up, it's the Gribbler's turn, and obviously if this was a purely competitive game, I would just hide the Gribbler in the back, right? Because he's pretty squishy, but the Gribbler does not care about winning. The Gribbler cares about gribbling, and he was taken down by a Blood Warrior in the last game, and he's out for vengeance, so he sees Po Ma, and he's charging in. He's so blood hungry here, I'm just going to use my last set of doubles and use Rush. Is this a bad play? Yes, but the Gribbler does not care.
All right, now finally, the Wrathmonger Gop Dodge is going to use my last double for rush and begin to make his way towards the big structure.
And that's it for battle round 1.
So obviously not a lot happened in that battle round, just repositioning and getting ready for the bloodbath. I would like to point out that with the twist, which adds 1 inch to movement, Tilwith has a 22-inch potential movement and moved about 3 centimeters.
Yeah, honestly, I'm really surprised here that you were able to get over so far. I guess I should have read what your team did. All right, before we keep moving on to the next battle round, we really just got to shout out our awesome patrons. Right here, you can see the names of all our 1 HP gang and mountain goat tiers. Honestly, all of our patrons are goats. Totally, it's so nice. We've been featuring some 3D printed terrain in this battle report, and guess what? The patrons really helped in allowing us to get a 3D printer. And we're also focusing on just getting a video out every 2 weeks now, up from our old schedule of whenever we got around to it.
In case you've missed it, we've got a limited run on the 1 HP Gang Class of 2022 t-shirt, available from Teespring at the link in the description. So if it's something you're into, gotta pull the trigger now. All right, now we roll off for initiative for turn 2. Brad rolls a 2, 3, 4, a couple of 5s and a 6. And I roll 4, count them, 4 1s, a 2 and a 5.
A natural quad, huh?
Oh, baby. So obviously Brad has initiative, which he spends one of his wild die to secure, and I use one of mine just to make it double 5.
All right, I'm thinking about moving Tilwith here, but I think my trees are just angry. They want to get as many hits in as possible, so I'm just going to activate Felindlebid and attack Martok. I'm going to use my double 5s for Onslaught here, so I'm rolling an extra attack die for each attack. And when I announce this first attack, Vic uses Martok's free reaction from his renown to use Khorne's Dew. So if I miss, I'm going to take damage. So I roll my first attack. I scored 2 hits and 2 misses. So Martok takes 6 wounds, and my Kurnoth Hunter, Felindlebin, is going to take 4. Then I roll my second attack, and completely whiff everything.
Well, now in this perfect moment, Gup Dodge is going to use Blood-Fueled Assault with the quads to run up the ramp, jump across, and do a double attack on Tilwith. The first attack does an easy 8 wounds, and the second attack brings him down.
Bruh. Alright, well, like we've established, the Gribbler's gonna gribble. So he's gonna charge in Po-Maw and attack. Obviously, I could wait for one of Vic's guys to move in, and that would give me a defender's advantage because I'd get an extra attack in, but no, the Gribbler just wants to fight. So I announce my attack, and Po-Maw also uses Khorne's Dew. This time it's not for free though, no renown. So I roll my attack, I only deal 2 damage, and I take 4. Po-Maw's down to 5. Then, I guess now's as good a time as any, so the Gribbler's gonna eat his frost grub and heal 1 wound. He's up to 7.
Alright, well now, Martok the Skull Crusher is going to drink the Carnosaur Fang Elixir for free, and then use my double 5s on Onslaught to attack Felindlebid.
Felindlebid.
Yeah, whatever. Brad uses Vengeful Sprites for free with Renown, so the more damage I do, the more damage I take here. The first attack does 16 wounds to the tree.
Is that legal?
And Martok is down to 18 wounds in the process. The second attack easily brings him down. Man, that artifact giving me lethal 5 was huge here.
All right, that is bad.
That's bad. That's bad. That's bad.
But Huntmaster Arglewood is pissed, so they're gonna make 2 attacks against Martok. The first attack scores 1 crit for 5 damage. And the second attack completely whiffs. I am only hitting on 5s here, so I guess I shouldn't have expected much. At least Martok is down to 13 wounds left.
Alright, well now I've got a few chances to kill the Gribbler and win the game. Po-Maw has 1 available attack because he already reacted. Before I roll my attack, the Gribbler does Vengeful Sprites for free. After the attack, only 2 wounds are onto the Gribbler and 1 onto Po. This brings the Gribbler down to 5 wounds remaining.
And Po down to 4.
Since Brad's all out of units to activate, my Blood Reaver's gonna move up 1 at a time and attack the Gribbler. Surely they can do 5 wounds over 2 attacks. So, they both get a couple hits doing 2 wounds each, and it brings the Gribbler down to 1 HP. This member of the 1 HP gang is brought to you by John Birtles. Thanks, John.
Alright, I've almost lost already.
Yeah, that was a brutal one for you.
I'm 1 HP away from the game being over and me losing.
Good thing you had that grub. That's the 1 HP that you still have left.
Grub OP! Yeah, so basically if I lose initiative, I lose immediately. And if I win initiative, it's almost guaranteed that I lose on the second activation.
Yeah, I might try to keep the Gribbler around for a little bit because I'd prefer to kill one of your higher value targets. So, I mean, I know I've got him there if I need him, but we'll see what happens. All right, well, before we continue, gonna do a quick shout out to Skirmish Mats. They've provided the wonderful, wonderful gaming mat that we've been filming this series on, and we can't say enough good things about it. Feels great, looks great, the company's great. Do yourself a favor, do us a favor. Use our affiliate link or this promo code and pick one up. You won't regret it. They're a really great product and are a great company worth supporting.
Thanks, Skirmish Mats.
The one you're looking at right here is the Frozen Fjord design, but they've got tons of other ones that are great for sci-fi, fantasy, whatever you're into, they've got it. And now back to the game.
Okay, so battle round 3, we roll our dice. Vic rolls a 1, a 2, 2 3s, and 2 6s. I roll a 1, 3 3s, a 4, and a 6. We both basically know that this is going to be the last battle round, so we both just use up all our wild dice. I add a 2 and a 5 for initiative purposes, and I upgrade my triple 3s to a quad 3. Vic upgrades his 3s and 6s from doubles to triples. That gives me initiative, and let's see what the Gribbler can gribble. The Blood Warriors are the ones that brought him down last time, and he's out for blood, so I'm going to use my quad and go for Rampage. So I get 3 attacks here. First attack is targeting Poma, and I deal 2 damage, but he's still up. So I target Poma again with my second attack, and I get the kill. I've got 1 attack left here, and I'm going to attack Yopwa. I do 5 damage, and that's it. What a gribble. Masterful gribbling here.
All right, well, it's a bit of a moonshot, but I would love to take down Brad's leader. So Martok is going to use my triple 6s for Murderous Charge and do 6 wounds just for moving over. Next, I'm going to attack him. I get 2 hits through, which only does 4 wounds, so it's not even close to the 32 that I need. During that, Brad did a free reaction for Vengeful Sprite, and so Martok has taken 2 more wounds, down to 11.
I'm actually surprised that Vic opened himself up to maybe losing another unit, so I'm going to disengage with my leader and then shoot Martok. I roll, and I score a crit and a hit, so Martok's down to 4 HP. Very close. I don't know if I'm going to get it. It's up to Vic now.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to give Brad another chance to bring him down, so Majdok is going to attack the Gribbler. I only need 1 hit here on a 4+. Easy kill, easy win.
Man, what an absolute disaster for the Rhyme Stalkers here.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
Not good. Before this game, we were talking, and I was saying, this mission seems like it's made for me. I'm gonna win. Like, if I lose this, I'm garbage. Spoke too soon, Vic.
I think the twist really helped me. I covered so much ground in the first turning point.
Yeah, I really underestimated how mobile you could be. Like, obviously the twist helped, but even without it, man, you got up in my face super quickly.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, so pretty devastating loss for me. I only got 1 kill, so I barely moved my quest along. Luckily, Vic isn't at the point yet where he completed his quest. He still needs 2 more kills for it, so we're not going to the Khorne demon summoning ritual just yet.
Just like last time, we'll be doing the aftermath for this battle at the beginning of the next video in the series. Make sure you like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss it, and you can catch all the action in the rest of this campaign.
Peace,
y'all.
Peace, y'all.